Alright, now that you have your dot in place, when it's your turn, you're going to get your ruler. And I'm going to move this out of the way so it doesn't fall over. Once you have your dot in place, you're going to lay your ruler right on the dot. And then you're going to let it hang off to the side. And you're going to trace from that dot to the edge of your paper a diagonal line. Now, I'm not done. I'm going to do it again. From my dot, I'm going to make another diagonal line, leaving some space, of course. Going to do it again. From the dot, I'm going to make another diagonal line all the way off the edge. Another diagonal line off the edge. I'm turning my paper, and I'm just drawing from that dot a diagonal line all the way around. Starting to look like some shapes, isn't it? What shape do you think it's starting to look like? Triangles. So I'm basically drawing triangles, and all the triangles are touching the dot and ending off the other side of the page. Now, does it matter how much space between them? Not really. You don't have to do no measuring today. Mine are sort of spaced on somewhat even, but not too much. Alright, so you don't want it, if you do them too close, do you think we're going to have time to do them really close together? No, we only have 45-minute art classes. We don't have time to do our lines close together. So try to space them out at least a couple of finger spaces or 3, okay? Now it's your turn. For next week so they can catch up. Alright, now I'm going to use the ruler. Ivan, may I use your ruler, please? Or Calvin, whoever's Mason. Thanks, Mason. Thank you. You're going to practice tracing on the line with a Sharpie. I don't mind Sharpie getting on these rulers. Oh, terrible. If you have a Sharpie that is not good on ink, just raise your hand and we'll trade it, switch it out for a new one. Let's try this one. What I like to do is trace my lines before I paint. That way I can stay in them and have good craftsmanship. Oh man, I'm having bad luck.
Hey, that's mine.
You don't want it? It doesn't have good ink. I'll get you a new one. Alright. So I am holding my ruler right on my line. And, oh, this is a good one. And I'm holding it still and steady. If it doesn't fall exactly on the line, is it the end of the world? No, just as long as it's close. Alright? Alright. Some of these lines are longer than others. And I promise, once you've been practicing this for a while, you're going to get really good at holding a ruler steady and still while you draw lines. We're going to have a lot of our projects with ruler and math down the road, so you're going to get really good at. Oh, look, even Mrs. Carasetto didn't meet her line up with her Sharpie very well. And can you even tell? How? No one was never going to know in the end because you're going to paint right over it. No one's going to really care. So don't worry about it. You shouldn't care. All right. So I've got all my lines traced, and now I think I'm ready to paint and stay on my lines. But I am a smart cookie. I like labeling things so I don't mess up. So I'm going to put everywhere I'm going to do black and white. I'm going to do B for black, skip. That's going to be white. B for black, skip. That's going to be white. So white, black, white, black, white, black. I don't want two blacks at the same time. If I have two blacks at the same time, I can either paint both of them black so it looks like one big spot, or I can draw another line and divide it up. It's up to you. But you want a perfect black and white pattern, okay? And then, last step of the project. You ready to learn the last step of the project? All right. You're going to use black paint and black paint only, so don't let me see Miss Prissy touching blue, green, red, or all that. So these are like watercolors. You have to activate the color with water. Once you've got a good bit of water on that paint tray, then you're going to have a nice dark black. And then I like to kind of, with the tip of my brush, I like to kind of outline it first. Alright, you start to see it starting to dry out. I'll come around and I will spray your timbers with your black timbers with water to kind of save you the trouble of having to dip it so many times in the water. But if it does get dry, you might want to just put a little more water on your brush. And to keep my lines nice and straight, because all that ruler work's going to go down the drain if I don't paint carefully, I'm going to just do a little outline and then back and forth in the diagonal type direction. I'm going to fill in the rest of this area here. And I'm going to keep painting mine while you work on yours. And I'm going to put the steps on the board too in case you forget what we're doing. Would you guys do me a favor?
Yeah.
When you get to the painting step, will you get up and get yourself a table protector? Because look what I'm doing to my desk. Look. Yikes. Luckily, this is washable paint. But I don't want to have to wipe my table clean. I want to get up and go. Just like you. So I would highly recommend getting a table protector. Mrs. Hips did a wonderful job at helping us clean our water, and she gave us nice new brushes. She passed us out our Sharpies, so I think we can handle just getting a table protector for ourselves, don't you think? Yeah. Thanks, Mrs. Hips. All right. So, finish your drawing, start your tracing, and then you can paint. Yep. Calvin, will you